What is a woman is the question.
I'm not sure I understand the question here.
Well, that,
What
okay.
do you want me to say? This is.
I want you to say that a woman like me is an adult human female, that men can't become women. You guys are the party of violence, and you're the party erasing women. You don't respect us. You're a bigot. You're a misogynist. You're a sexist.
A hearing on sanctuary state policies quickly turned into one of the most confrontational moments on Capitol Hill. Instead of beginning with immigration policy, Congresswoman Nancy Mace launched a rapid-fire series of yes or no questions, pressing Minnesota Governor Tim Walz on comments about ICE, the Holocaust, Kamala Harris, and gender ideology. The exchange escalated into a heated political clash that dominated the hearing.
Welcome to the unofficial 2028 Democrat presidential primary right here on stage at the Oversight Committee. Governor Newsom must be seething. The three of you beat him to the stage, but he's a little busy right now defending illegals and defending Antifa, torching what is left of Los Angeles. Governor Walz knows the playbook. In 2020, he rolled out the red carpet for anarchists while Minnesotans watched their neighborhoods burn. You've turned your states into sanctuaries for illegals. You've done more to shield MS-13 than to protect the single mom working 2 jobs in Chicago, Queens, or Minneapolis. And you've worked harder against ICE than with them. So Governor Walz, and boy, does that feel nice to say the word governor, my first question is for you. Did you know the Nazis killed 6 million Jews during the Holocaust? It's a yes or no question. Did you know the Nazis killed 6 million Jews during the Holocaust?
Pushing my button to
Okay.
answer. Yes, I believe that's historic.
Okay, would you agree the Holocaust is the most horrific atrocity in human history? Yes or no?
I think the Holocaust ranks amongst them, yes.
Did you know the Nazi Gestapo imprisoned, tortured, and murdered Jews by the hundreds of thousands and committed genocide against the Jews? Did you know that?
I do know they operated as secret.
Did you know ICE has done none of that? Yes or no?
Operated as a secret police force?
No, that's not the question. Did you know that ICE has not committed genocide against anyone?
Yes, I do know that.
Okay. Do you apologize for your disgusting comparison of ICE to the Gestapo, who killed hundreds of thousands of Jews during the Holocaust?
As a history teacher.
Yes or no is the question.
A historical comparison.
You're a governor. You understand what the question is. It's yes or no. Will you apologize for what you said about ICE, comparing them to
ICE to
Gestapo?
identify who they are when they operate, to not use unmarked.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, this governor, or honorable, can't answer the question. Do you believe the Nuremberg trials were a good exercise in holding the Nazis accountable? Yes or no?
I think due process.
Okay, so are you calling for ICE agents to be brought to a tribunal under the threat of death by comparing them to the Gestapo?
Everyone is afforded due process.
What don't you understand about yes or no? Like, what can't you comprehend about yes or no questions? Do you still want to abolish ICE? Do you still want to abolish ICE? Yes or no?
I said I wanted to abolish ICE.
Didn't you march in a rally calling for ICE's abolishment?
Not that I can recall, Congressman.
Well, according to widespread media reports, you did.
And the media is always correct.
How do you rate Kamala Harris's job as border czar? I want a number between 1 and 10. How was she as border czar?
I wouldn't have a way to measure that. I was not in the administration.
Weren't you her running mate for vice president?
As in the campaign.
And you can't rate her role as border czar on a scale of 1 to 10. Was she great at 10 or was she a 1? Terrible.
I think her proposal that she put forward to make sure we had the bipartisan immigration.
It wasn't bipartisan. Did you ever personally speak with Kamala about Joe Biden's cognitive collapse?
Not that I can recall, Congressman.
Not as her running mate for vice president. You never once talked to her about the president and why she was nominated instead of him.
No, not that I can recall.
What kind of operation were you guys running over there?
I was more concerned with Donald Trump's cognitive.
Thank God he's
he's
president and J.D. Vance is vice president and not you. Have you ever served in a combat zone, Governor?
I have not, Congresswoman.
Okay. Are you still friends with school shooters?
I have never been a friend with a school shooter.
Didn't you say you were friends with school shooters on the debate stage?
Oh, Congresswoman.
Yeah.
Is bullying, as a teacher and a parent.
My mom was a teacher. I'm a high school dropout. We can talk about that later. Is bullying okay?
Is bullying okay as a teacher?
Is bullying okay, yes or no? Is it okay to bully somebody?
I think
Yes
there's
or
a
no?
time to push back at a bully. So yes, I do think there's a time.
So you think it's okay to bully others?
I think it's okay to bully the bully at times.
Well, you're showing that the Democrat Party is a party of violence. Were you at Tiananmen Square?
Have I been to Tiananmen Square? I have.
Were you at Tiananmen Square?
I have been at Tiananmen Square.
When were you there?
Oh, as I recall, January of 1990.
Okay. What is a woman? What is a woman is the question.
I'm not sure I understand the question here.
Well, that.
What
Okay.
what do you want me to say? This is.
I want you to say that a woman like me is an adult human female, that men can't become women. You guys are the party of violence, and you're the party erasing women. You don't respect us. You're a bigot. You're a misogynist. You're a sexist. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Congresswoman.
Good lady,
thank-
yield
Mr.
back.
Chairman,
Chair
I would ask
recognizes Mr.
unanimous
Ocasio
consent.
Cortez from New York.
All right, well, that was some kind of bingo going on over there. I don't know what's going on. Anyways,
Oh, I know what's going on.
Following the June 12, 2025 House Oversight Committee hearing, immigration enforcement remained one of the most contentious issues in Washington. Throughout late 2025 and into 2026, Congress continued holding oversight hearings on sanctuary jurisdictions, while the administration pursued expanded immigration enforcement initiatives. Federal agencies increased ICE operations in several regions, and legal challenges over the balance of authority between the federal government and states continued moving through the courts. Those developments ensured that many of the issues raised during this hearing remained active well after the witnesses left the committee room. Governor Tim Walz also remained at the center of national political debate. Throughout 2025 and 2026, he continued defending Minnesota's public safety and immigration policies while strongly criticizing federal immigration enforcement strategies that he argued undermine trust between immigrant communities and local law enforcement. Meanwhile, House Republicans continued using oversight hearings to scrutinize Democratic governors over sanctuary state policies, making this hearing part of a broader series of high-profile confrontations over border security and federal immigration enforcement. Against that backdrop, Representative Nancy Mace chose a confrontational strategy from the very beginning. Rather than easing into questions about state policy, she immediately challenged Governor Walz over previous comments comparing certain ICE practices to those of the Nazi Gestapo. That opening set the tone for the remainder of her questioning. Mace argued that any comparison involving the Gestapo crossed a historical line because of its role in persecution and the Holocaust. She repeatedly asked Governor Walz whether he would apologize for those remarks, insisting on direct yes or no answers while limiting opportunities for lengthy explanations. Governor Walz, however, took a different approach. Instead of issuing a direct apology, he attempted to clarify that his criticism focused on immigration officers operating without clearly identifiable markings, not on equating ICE with the crimes committed by Nazi Germany. That distinction became one of the central points of disagreement during the exchange, with each side interpreting the earlier remarks in fundamentally different ways. As the questioning continued, the discussion broadened considerably. What began as a debate over immigration enforcement quickly expanded into issues surrounding ICE, the 2024 presidential campaign, Kamala Harris's role on immigration, President Biden's fitness for office, previous campaign statements, and broader cultural topics. This shift illustrated how modern congressional hearings frequently move beyond the committee's original subject and become platforms for larger political disputes. Another notable aspect of the exchange was the contrasting communication styles. Representative Mace consistently relied on short, direct questions designed to produce concise answers, while Governor Walz repeatedly sought to provide context or challenge the assumptions behind several of those questions. That difference in approach became almost as significant as the policy disagreements themselves. It's also important to separate political rhetoric from verifiable facts. Several issues raised during the hearing involved campaign statements, public interviews, historical comparisons, and political opinions rather than matters capable of simple factual resolution. As with many oversight hearings, members of Congress used their questioning to advance broader political arguments, while witnesses attempted to defend both their public records and previous remarks. Looking at the hearing in hindsight, its lasting significance lies not only in the sharp exchanges between Representative Mace and Governor Walz, but also in what it revealed about the state of American politics at the time. Immigration enforcement had become a defining issue across Congress, state governments, and the courts, with disagreements extending well beyond questions of policy into debates over political language, historical analogies, and the responsibilities shared between state and federal officials. What do you think? Did Representative Nancy Mace successfully hold Governor Walz accountable for his previous statements, or did the hearing raise more questions than it answered about the broader immigration debate? Share your perspective in the comments below. And if you value complete congressional hearing coverage with verified updates, balanced analysis, and the full context behind the headlines, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with others following U.S. politics. Your support helps us continue bringing in-depth coverage of the issues shaping the national conversation.